In a meadow as green as a fresh spring pea, lived a bull named Ferdinand. Now, Ferdinand wasn't like other bulls. He loved daisies, quiet naps, and the gentle buzz of bees. But Ferdinand had one teeny, tiny problem: he was a little bit clumsy. Okay, maybe a lot bit clumsy. His hooves were big, his tail was long, and sometimes, when he got excited, he forgot just how much space he took up. One sunny afternoon, Ferdinand was chasing a particularly sparkly butterfly when, whoosh! He tumbled right through an open gate he'd never noticed before. He landed with a soft thump on a surprisingly shiny floor. He looked up, blinking his big, kind eyes. He wasn't in the meadow anymore. He was in the most beautiful shop he'd ever seen. Shelves stretched high, filled with glittering teacups, delicate plates painted with tiny flowers, and graceful vases that looked like spun moonlight. This was Mrs. Porcelain's pretty plate and perfect pottery palace, the most famous china shop in the land. "Oh, my!" Ferdinand rumbled, his voice a deep, gentle sound. He took a step, his tail gave a happy swish, and crash! A tower of tiny teacups wobbled, then tumbled, shattering into 1,000 sparkling pieces. Ferdinand gasped. His big eyes filled with dismay. He tried to back up, but clink! Clang! His hoof nudged a shelf, and a whole set of blue and white saucers slid off, spinning like tiny frisbees before breaking. Just then, a kind, silver-haired lady with spectacles perched on her nose appeared from behind a display. It was Mrs. Porcelain. She didn't shout. She didn't stomp. She just looked at the broken china with a soft sigh. "Oh, dear Ferdinand," she said gently, her voice like warm honey. "These pieces are very, very fragile. We must be extra careful here." Ferdinand hung his head. "Sorry," he rumbled, a tear rolling down his big nose. He felt terrible. Mrs. Porcelain patted his snout. "Saying sorry is a good start, Ferdinand. But being responsible means trying to make things better too. You can't put these back together, but perhaps you can help in another way." Ferdinand looked around. The shop was a mess. He wanted to help, but how could a big, clumsy bull clean up tiny, sharp pieces? He remembered Mrs. Porcelain's words, "Be careful." He took a deep breath. Life Skill 1, Carefulness and Mindfulness. Ferdinand decided to move very, very slowly. He lifted each hoof as if it were made of feathers, placing it down with extreme care. He looked at every teacup, every plate, every vase, really seeing them. He paid attention to the space around his long tail, tucking it close to his body. He practiced walking like a giant, gentle dancer, his eyes wide and mindful of every fragile thing. He even managed to walk around a wobbly stack of bowls without touching any dish. "Move ye carefully," he whispered. Just as he was getting the hang of it, a terrible sight met his eyes. A tall, wobbly stack of Mrs. Porcelain's prized, hand-painted platters was teetering precariously on a shelf, about to fall. One tiny bump, and they would all shatter. Ferdinand's first instinct was to rush over and try to hold them up with his head. But then he remembered Mrs. Porcelain's gentle voice and his new lesson about being careful. He paused. He didn't just react. He stopped, and he thought. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye.